Hello, good evening, and welcome to CHILOQUIN for our MyBasin.com game of the week as the Panthers host Lost River. Alongside Josh Eldridge, I'm Matt Bowling. Starting off with the girls' game, they're introducing the starters now for Lost River. It's Morgan Herring, Madison Holster, Betty K. Overcash, Amaris Hernandez, and Macy Thompson. For CHILOQUIN, Cece Weezer, Michaela Jane, Naima Head, Layla Weezer, and Tolius Ochoa. Josh, notable absence for Lost River tonight. Cassidy Vaughn is out.
Yeah, the freshman, last time we saw her was when the Raiders were playing Bonanza, and she actually led the team in scoring. She had 11 points in that game. She did get into a little bit of foul trouble, ended up not being able to finish it, but that's going to be one of the key contributors missing tonight for Lost River. They've got a couple of girls who will step in her place. Luckily, you know, she wasn't a part of the starting lineup per se, so you're not losing any of your main 5 players, but she could have definitely scored it, and Lost River is going to be a little bit shorthanded.
Take a look at the standings here. Lost River, top of the Mountain Valley, or excuse me, CHILOQUIN, top of the Mountain Valley League. Lost River boys are top of the Mountain Valley League. The CHILOQUIN girls are top of the Mountain Valley League. They are 13-1, 8-0 in league play. Meanwhile, Lost River 6-11, 2-4 in Mountain Valley League play. Queens haven't lost since their second game of the season on December 1st, so they're on a 12-game winning streak. Meanwhile, the Raiders are currently on a 3-game losing streak and have dropped 4 of their last 5 after losing 52-48 to Rogue River on Saturday. It's CHILOQUIN winning the tip-off, and pulling an early 3 is Layla Weezer. It's no good, out of bounds to Lost River. Herring inbounding. Throw it up to Holster. Mishandled and goes right back to CHILOQUIN.
Turnover is going to be a key for Lost River. It's kind of been what's snake-bitten them this year. Taking control of the basketball is a point of emphasis for this Raiders squad.
Layla Weezer with it near half court. Pulls up and connects. Layla Weezer with the opening bucket, and CHILOQUIN takes a 3-0 lead. Another turnover, near turnover. It's going to turn into a tie-up. And the possession arrow points to CHILOQUIN. Layla Weezer again. Over to Head. Driving is Cece Weezer, but she loses it. And the other way with it is Hernandez. Hernandez stops, almost loses it. Able to get it out to Overcash. Holster. Herring. Into traffic and turned over. Cece Weezer. Pulls up. Misses that one off the front of the rim. Turned over. And an easy bucket there. Michaela Jane adding to the Queens lead. And Lost River needs a timeout. Matt Bowling here along Eldridge. You're watching the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon, soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
An early 5-0 lead for CHILOQUIN here in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Make that 7-0. Layla Weezer cashes in on another turnover. She's got 5. Thompson kicks it out, pulling up. Hernandez, the third, long 2 rather. And the Raiders are on the board. 6:15 to go in the first quarter. Pass up ahead to head. Layla Weezer, now Cece. Layla Weezer pulls another three, misses that one. She hit one for the first points of the game earlier. Not able to find the rim that time. Hernandez. Overcash. Hernandez has it poked away from her, but into the arms of Holster, who pulls up and misses. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Queens. Aim ahead, fouled. Or no, she stepped out of bounds. Hernandez inbounds it to Herring. Hernandez over to Herring. Holster. Thompson, or rather Overcash. Now back to Overcash. Hernandez looking for space. Pass batted down and taken away by CeCe Weezer. Now she brings it across half court, hands it to Layla. She was thinking about a three, instead gives it to Head, who pulls a three and misses. Loose ball and a tie-up. Possession arrow points to Lost River. 5:05 to go here in the first quarter. CHILOQUIN in command as they force another turnover. And cashing in on the other end is CeCe Weezer. Overcash. Taken away. This is Ochoa. She loses it. Hernandez throws one down court to Overcash. Overcash lost it out of bounds. CHILOQUIN ball. Both Weezer sisters in the backcourt. Layla brings it up. Over to Head. This is Ochoa. CeCe Weezer, bang! Both Weezers now with a three as CHILOQUIN has a 10-point lead. Lost River tried to answer, but they turn it over. CeCe Weezer. Head. Misses a three, rebounded by Layla. Pass intercepted, but Hernandez loses it. This is Layla Weezer. Over to CeCe. Bounces off the knee of Layla, but she corrals it, gives it to CeCe. CeCe drives baseline, fouled. So CeCe Weezer will head to the free throw line. First free throws of the night for either team. Misses the first one. Look at this CHILOQUIN team, Josh. They've already surpassed last year's win total. They were 11-7 last year. They've hit their most wins since the 2019-20 season. That year they finished 20-7. They still got 5 games left in the regular season. Shaping up to be a banner year for the Queens. Weezer goes 0 for 2 at the free throw line, and Lost River corrals the rebound. Holster up to Gonzalez. The feed to Overcash, and she misses the layup. Loose ball, tapped out to Overcash. Thompson pulls up and misses. Layla Weezer gets the rebound and goes on the fast break and converts. And even 3 minutes left in the first quarter. It's been all CHILOQUIN so far. But they throw that as Lost River throws that pass out of bounds. All alone, Layla Weezer. Her coach called a timeout before she pulled that three. She missed, so maybe that was a smart move. Take a break. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. You're watching the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
2:48 to go here in the first quarter, and CHILOQUIN looking to build on their 12-point lead. Pass into the low post is tipped out, recovered by Michaela Jane, fired back up at the top of the key. Weezer has it stripped away from her, recovers the batted ball. Weezer, deep three, short off the rim, rebounded by Gonzalez. Up to Holster. Holster intercepted by CeCe Weezer. Taking her time, thought about kicking it out, loses it. Ely Hawkins, they turn it over again. Charging the other way and drawing a foul is Michaela Jane. That's almost 10 turnovers for Lost River in the opening quarter alone, Josh.
Yeah, they're standing at 9 right now, and part of the reason why they're down big early.
Layla Weezer inbounds it to Jane, gets it back. Throws it to an open CeCe, who's open for a moment. Drives, has her shot bothered. And the rebound, well, the putback attempt by Lady Hawk Wright ended up going out of bounds, so Lost River retakes possession. Gonzalez, another turnover. That's 10 for Lost River. Layla Weezer, she is feeling it.
She made that one hurt. That's her second made triple and 10 points already for her.
Herring. They beat the press and an easy layup for Macy Thompson. Layla Weezer throws it to Head. Back to Weezer. Whips it to an open CeCe in the corner. She misses the three. Poked out of bounds. Lost River ball. A minute 11 left in the first quarter. It's a 17-4 lead for CHILOQUIN. Almost turned over again. Ahead to Hawkins. Hawkins lobs it to Thompson. Ends up out of bounds. Still with Lost River. Madison Holster to inbound. Wide open underneath, but missing the layup was Macy Thompson. Ball goes out of bounds again. It's still with the Raiders. Holster to inbound. In the corner, Gonzalez. Gonzalez in trouble. Turns it over. Here comes Layla Weezer. Pulls up. Misses that one. Put back no good. Ball's in a crowd. It's on the ground. Getting down to recover it is Deja Head. We'll throw it to Shayla Ochoa. Deja Head. Layla Weezer. Intercepted by Hawkins. Ely Hawkins bringing it up court. Gives it back to Herring. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Lost River's got to do something. Herring, 10 seconds. Thrown, saved from a backcourt violation. Holster throws it to Hawkins. Hawkins, 3 seconds. She's got to get the shot up, but she's called for a charge.
Extended that arm and shoved off. That's the penalty and called correctly.
1 second on the clock. I don't think CHILOQUIN will have time to get a shot off here. CeCe Weezer inbounds it. And that'll do it for the first quarter. CHILOQUIN 17, Lost River 4. Matt Bolside, Josh Eldridge, mybasin.com. Week.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
10 points for Layla Weezer and 11 turnovers for Lost River in the first quarter. Pretty much explains how we got to this 17-4 margin to start the second. Here is Layla Weezer giving it to CeCe. It's Jane. Turned over. Lost River brings it up court. It's Holster. Herring. Through the defense. Thompson can't finish at the rim. Rebound batted out of bounds. It's CHILOQUIN ball. Weezer. Layla Weezer whips one cross court to head. This is CeCe. CeCe Weezer to Layla Weezer. Throwing it down low and back out. A three for head, won't go. Turns into a tie-up. And the possession arrow favors Lost River. Holster inbounding it up to Morgan Herring. Herring to Holster. Back to Gonzalez. In the corner, Herring throwing it, and with a nice touch off the glass, Macy Thompson. Her second bucket of the game and the third for Lost River. CeCe Weezer. Down low, turned over. Gonzalez. CHILOQUIN gets it right back, and an easy layup for Layla Weezer. Her 12th points of the game. Thompson over to Herring. Now Gonzalez. Gonzalez throws to Ayala. She misses badly. Saved from going out of bounds. Another shot won't fall. And now it's in the arms of Jane. Deep three won't go. Rebounded by Thompson. Morgan Herring over to Holster. Gonzalez. Ilana Gonzalez bounces it to Thompson. Macy Thompson, turnaround, almost fell off the glass. Lost River can't corral the rebound. It's CeCe Weezer bringing it back up court. Hook shot won't fall. Turned over and cashed in by Michaela Jane. (21-6) lead for the Queens. 5:07 to go in the first half. Holster. Thompson. Tipped and intercepted. Now fired on ahead to CeCe Weezer. Weezer drives, loses control, gets it back, but gets called for a travel. Inbound to Herring. Herring, bounce pass, turnaround shot won't fall for Overcash. Deja Head checking in for CHILOQUIN. Replaces Talias Ochoa. Here's CeCe Weezer to Layla Weezer. Back to CeCe. She thought about a deep three, instead drives along the baseline. Gets swatted by Macy Thompson. It's still CHILOQUIN ball. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound to Head. Head with space, puts it up, won't fall. They fight for the rebound. CeCe Weezer wrestles it away from Thompson. Retreats, pulls a three, misses. Rebounded by Jane. Jane with the putback attempt. That won't fall. Another putback attempt won't fall for Head. And Lost River comes away with it. Hernandez has it poked out of bounds. She'll come to inbound. Bounced into Thompson. Thompson couldn't get the shot off. Gives it to Overcash, who bounces it in off the glass. Head. Naima Head. Oh, swatted by Thompson. Second block for Macy Thompson.
Yeah, I've liked what I've seen from Thompson so far. Even though Lost River's down, she's got 2 blocks, 4 points. She's taken difficult shots on the offensive end. I think if Lost River can try to get her good looks, it could be a way back into this game.
Thompson, a sophomore, will now check out for Ely Hawkins, another sophomore. Layla Weezer to inbound. Bounces it to Wright. Wright couldn't get a shot off. Now she's tied up. It's gotten pretty physical underneath that basket. Both teams really fighting for those rebounds. This time the possession arrow favors the Raiders.
Pretty evenly split battle as well. We're not necessarily keeping track of rebounds, but just as you said, teams wrestling each other for those loose balls, and there's been quite a few opportunities.
Hernandez. They throw it down low, but Hawkins can't finish. Layla Weezer all alone, sinks a three. You just can't give her any room. 24-8 lead for CHILOQUIN as Lost River turns it over. 2:50 left in the first half. Madison Holster checking back in, replacing Amaris Hernandez. CeCe Weezer throws it to Jane. Back out. Layla Weezer. Deep three. Bombs away.
Fourth made, triple four. That might have been the deepest yet. What a shot.
Herring to Gonzalez. Almost lost it. Gonzalez with room. Pulls a long two. Rattles off the rim. Holster chases down the rebound. They get it back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez feeds Overcash. Overcash misses the mid-range. Rebound saved but turned over. Gonzalez misses the bunny. It'll stay with the Raiders. Holster getting set to inbound. Bounces it in, but Hawkins is fouled by Shayla Ochoa, and these will be the first Lost River free throws tonight. First one took a while, but it rolled in.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it. But the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't. But it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
All right, we are back here at CHILOQUIN. Our apologies for the internet outage, but it's a 20-point lead for the Queens here at halftime over Lost River. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. It's our MyBasin.com game of the week, and it's really been the Layla Weezer show for CHILOQUIN so far.
I mean, she's taken some deep triples. She's got 4 on the game, and, I mean, the shot just looks so good coming out of her hand. She certainly led the way. 18 points for her, 5 for CC Weezer, and 4 for Michaela Jane, your leading scorers for CHILOQUIN. The other side of the coin, Lost River's led in scoring by Macy Thompson. She's got 4, 2 each from Betty K. Overcash and Amaris Hernandez, and then 1 from Ely Hawkins. The number that jumps out to me so far, and I mentioned it as we had just started the game, was the turnovers for Lost River. They've got to take care of the ball if they want a shot to knock off number 5 CHILOQUIN. Well, frankly, they didn't take great care of the ball in that first half. 16 turnovers compared to 7 for the Queens. Just not the metric Lost River was hoping for.
No, and I think 10 in the first quarter alone really put them in a hole. You just have to hold on to the ball against a team like this, and they haven't been doing it, and they're down 20 as a result. Look at that total, though. I mean, 9 points in the first half. That's something CHILOQUIN is really known for this year. Defense has been a big part of their game. They've allowed 40 or more points just twice in their second and third games of the year. They've got as many games holding their opponents to 9 points total. That's the season low that they've allowed. They've done that twice.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell they're an impressive defensive unit. They block out of the paint really well, and they, get in the way of the interior passing lanes for Lost River. They've had a hard time dumping the ball off inside to some of their scorers like Macy Thompson. I mean, she's had to take difficult shots. CHILOQUIN's not giving her anything. They've done a good job in the paint tonight.
Let's take a look at the standings again here in the Mountain Valley League. CHILOQUIN on top with a perfect 8-0 record. They're 13-1 on the season. Came into this game with a 12-game winning streak. Ranked number 5 in 1A. This has the potential to be a really special season for the Queens. As we mentioned earlier, they already surpassed last year's win total of 11. 13 is already their most wins since the 2019-20 season when they won 20 games. 5 games left in the regular season, then the playoffs. Should presumably get a pretty good seeding in the state playoffs if they keep on winning like they have been. And this doesn't look like a team that's going to be dropping games anytime soon,
well,
just the way they've been rolling.
Who's left on their schedule? Lost River tonight. Then you've got Lost River again on Saturday over at their place. You play Cross Point Christian on February 6th, Bonanza, and then Prospect. Now, this is their last home game of the season, so you're having to win all these games on the road, but you're playing mostly the bottom half of the conference. So CHILOQUIN in good position to, hold on to where they're at right now.
Meanwhile, Lost River, they're in a pretty tough position. They came into this game 6-11, 2-4 in Mountain Valley League play. They've lost their last 3 games and 4 of their last 5. They seem headed, looking at their schedule, if you want to touch on that, Josh, they seem headed for a similar finish to last season when they lost their last 6 games to finish 5-17.
Yeah, after tonight, Lost River's got a busy week. So they play they play tomorrow on the road against Rogue Valley Adventist. Then they play Friday at home against Bonanza. Saturday at home against CHILOQUIN. Then they wrap up the season kind of middle of next week against North Lake and then Cross Point Christian. Their last home game is Saturday against CHILOQUIN. So, yeah, it's an uphill battle for Lost River moving forward.
And an uphill battle in this game as they trail 29-9 at the half. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. This is our MyBasin.com game of the week. We'll have the boys for you right after this. It'll be on this same video stream. It'll also be on the radio on KAGO. So if you find yourself needing to get in the car around tip-off time, no worries. Just turn on KGO.
Yeah, looking ahead to that game, it's looking, it leans towards Lost River on paper. You get on the floor, you never know what might happen. But last year, Lost sweeping the seasons 55-30, 59-27 were their pair of wins. So it's going to take a lot for CHILOQUIN to knock off Lost River even here at home.
We'll take another break. Second half, less than 3.5 minutes away. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. You're watching our MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon, soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Just about ready to get the second half started here at CHILOQUIN. About a minute left on the clock. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. It has been all Queens so far. Can the Raiders get some buckets?
Yeah, I'd like to see, like I said, kind of in that second quarter. I like what I saw from Macy Thompson in that first half. Lost Rivers number 24. She's a sophomore. She takes difficult shots, but if they can get her decent looks at the rim, I feel like that might be an avenue for Lost River to get back into the game. Although, 20 points is difficult. We're going to have to find a way to do it and find it quick. The clock is already up against them to start the second half.
She and Betty Kay Overcash have a pretty decent height advantage over pretty much all of the CHILOQUIN lineup.
And, talking a little bit with Coach Herring, they know the strengths of each of those players. Betty Kay Overcash, more of a defensive kind of player. She's going to rebound. I'm just going to get in there and, mess things up a little bit. Macy Thompson, she does have 2 blocks, not saying that she's a slouch on defense, but she's certainly, the more offensive-facing big for Lost River.
Morgan Herring getting set to inbound at half court to get things going here in the third quarter. Gets it into Hernandez. Hernandez throws it away to Layla Weezer. Head. Naima Head. Back up to Weezer. Now to Jane. Weezer. Bang! It's just about automatic for her at this point. Hernandez to Holster. Back to Hernandez. Herring. Holster. Hernandez. Throws it into Herring. Herring gets it back, puts up a shot that goes behind the backboard. Layla Weezer brings it up. Naima Head. Pass off target for CeCe Weezer. It goes behind her. It's recovered by Hernandez. And she's going to try to get something going offensively. She's got it taken away from her by Layla Weezer, but the refs call a tie-up. Possession arrow favors CHILOQUIN, so either way, it'll be Queens ball. Weezer. Over to CeCe Weezer. Fires it down low, and Tolias Ochoa is unable to connect. Out of bounds, Lost River ball. Hernandez to Holster. Now Herring. Thompson over to Hernandez, almost lost it out of bounds. Able to get it to Herring, who fires it to Thompson. Thompson trying to go down low, but turned over. Layla Weezer. Head, pulls up, misses the three. Rebounded by CeCe Weezer. Turnaround won't go. Batted out to Layla Weezer. She pulls up from mid-range, and it takes 2 bounces before dropping in. When it's your night, and it has definitely been Layla Weezer's night.
Creditor with 23 points right now in the game, and 5 made triples.
Holster. Hernandez. Looking for space. Hernandez guarded by Naima Head. Thompson, no, timeout called by the Raiders. 5:16 to go in the third quarter. CHILOQUIN 4-9 here in the My Basin Game of the Week.
Introduce Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Lost River with 9 seconds on the shot clock coming out of the timeout. Madison Holster will inbound. Gets it to Herring. Gets it back. Fouled on the shot attempt. So Madison Holster trying to get her team their first points of the third quarter. Misses the first free throw.
Not a lot of free throws taken by either team so far for Lost River. This will be their 4th attempt at the line. CHILOQUIN only has 2 so far.
She goes 0 for 2. Rebound comes down to Michaela Jane. And Lost River's called for the foul. No, chill. Yeah.
We have one official signaling timeout, or
maybe trying to get the possession arrow sorted out. Felt like a foul was being called based on the initial signal, but either way, it's CHILOQUIN ball. CeCe Weezer almost has it stolen. It's going to be a tie-up. And the possession arrow points to the Raiders. Herring. Hernandez. Another tie. Well, one ref calls for a tie-up, the other calls for a foul. So, looks like it'll be a foul. .443 left in the third quarter. It's a 25-point lead for CHILOQUIN. Queens force another turnover, but they give it right back. Hernandez. Fouled. Deja Head checks back in for CHILOQUIN, as does Ilana Gonzalez for Lost River. Gonzalez. Hernandez trying to drive on Layla Weezer, has it poked away from her out of bounds. Turned over. Guess who comes up with it? Layla Weezer. Weezer kicks. And missing the three was Head. They fight for the rebound. Macy Thompson's called for the travel. Just over halfway through the third quarter, Lost River has yet to score. Weezer throws it up top to Cece Weezer. Pass too hot for her in the corner. And it's turned over. Hernandez. Gonzalez. Ayala. Herring. Tries to throw it to Overcash. Turns into a contested ball. Overcash comes down with it, sends it to Ayala, who misses the layup. Takes a deflection. I'll say it was off of...
I think it was off of
CHILOQUIN. No, it was off of Lost River. CHILOQUIN ball. 3:23 to go in the third quarter. Weezer with a lane. Nice finish at the hoop. Hernandez to Gonzalez. Overcash throws it down to Ayala. But she lets it go out of bounds. Back to the Queens. Cece Weezer. Layla Weezer, guarded tightly, gets it to Cece. Floats it into traffic, but powering through for the bucket is Lady Hawk Wright. On the other end, missing off the glass, Ayala. Foul on the rebound. It's CHILOQUIN ball. Cece Weezer. Layla Weezer. Throws it to Wright, and she's fouled going up. Wright misses the first free throw. Misses the second. Out of bounds. It was last touched by the Raiders. So CHILOQUIN will have another possession. Cece Weezer's pass takes a deflection into the hands of Morgan Herring. She's trapped. And they call a foul on Layla Weezer. That's her fourth. And now she'll come to the bench for Naima Head. Up by 29. I don't think you necessarily have to worry about losing her, Josh.
No, I mean, she's been around the ball all night, though. That's part of the reason why she has 4 fouls, whether it's passing or defense or obviously scoring. She's been there.
Open three for Amaris Hernandez rattles in. And that's the first points of the second half for Lost River. Just under a minute 30 to go. CHILOQUIN turns it over in the paint on the other end. And Morgan Herring brings it back across half court. Hernandez, open again. Misses that time. CC Weezer. Floats it to Wright, who turns around and misses. But it was touched by Lost River before going out of bounds. Sent into Wright. Wright out to Head. Deja Head misses the three. Lost River ball as the rebound goes out. Hernandez. Gonzalez. Hernandez shot blocked by Weezer. And it comes back to her. Throw it to Wright. Wright doubled in the paint. They get it back up top. CC Weezer pulls up. Three won't go. Rebound in the putback. Off the mark for Lady Hawk Wright. .15 seconds left in the third quarter. Lost River brings it up. It's Herring. Now Hernandez into Hawkins. Hawkins just throws it at the rim, misses wide. And a pass ahead. Oh, that could have given Deja Head time for a shot if it hadn't been tipped. Some nice defense there by the Raiders. 1 second left. CHILOQUIN has an inbound underneath the hoop. And they won't get a shot off. But they do take a 38-12 lead into the fourth quarter. Matt Bowling here along with Josh Eldridge. You're watching our MyBaseHom Game of the Week.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
26-point lead for CHILOQUIN as we start the fourth quarter. Queens well on their way to a 13th straight win and a 9-0 record in the Mountain Valley League.
It's the first time we've seen the Queens so far this season, at least in person. Heard a lot about them, but I mean, you can see why. They've got talent all the way across the board. Good defense they've played tonight.
CC Weezer. Pass off target, recovered by Layla Weezer. Are you kidding me?
Another deep triple. That's 6 for her today. And obviously a big reason this team is up and is on the verge of a 13th straight victory.
I mean, the pass was intended for Naima Head. It was a little off target. Layla Weezer just happened to find it and basically said, let me shoot this. And now it's Talias Ochoa with her first points. And that gets us to a 31-point margin, which will trigger the running clock the rest of the way. I think we still might start the boys' game a little bit late. Well, maybe not. We'll see. They gave the girls 10 minutes for warm-ups.
The boys' game scheduled for 7 o'clock, and you don't have to go anywhere to watch that one right here on mybasin.com.
Madison Holster getting set to inbound for the Raiders. CHILOQUIN still playing tight defense. Mid-range well short for Betty K. Overcash. And here comes Naima Head the other way. She feeds Layla Weezer. Step back drops. Boy, she is having herself a night. I know I've said it a couple times now, but she has just dominated.
She's only a junior, so CHILOQUIN must be excited that they will get her back for another season. She has played exquisitely tonight.
Naima Head drives, puts it up, fouled. Running clock does stop for free throws, so with 5:34 left in the game, Naima Head gets ready to shoot free throws.
So this is technically CHILOQUIN's senior night. That's their last home game of the season. I want to quickly show, watching on mybasin.com, the senior posters that are here in the gym up in this corner over here. They've got the flaming basketballs. Have you seen how they do those photo shoots?
I don't think I have.
They literally do light the ball on fire. Those are not special effects. They get someone to light the ball, they back out of the camera, and those kids have to keep a straight face while the ball's on fire for about a second and a half.
Oh, boy.
It's pretty cool.
I don't know if I'd want to mess with that. Head goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So it's a 34-point lead for the Queens. And pass deflected into the backcourt. Almost turned over. Tight defense by Head. Coming in to help is CeCe Weezer, and they force it out of bounds. CHILOQUIN not letting up at all here in the late stages of this one. Well, the inbound goes out of bounds, so it'll go back to Lost River. Herring. Hernandez on the baseline, trying to drive, finds a wide open Overcash. Nice find by the freshman, Amaris Hernandez. 3 on the other end. The bank is open. Naima Head. Thompson misses. CeCe Weezer the other way. CeCe Weezer coast to coast. Nice job there by the elder Weezer. Overcash triple teamed, able to get it to Herring. Won't go off the glass. Rebounded by Naima Head. Head, can she go coast to coast? Yes, she can, and one.
I think Coach Tiffany Rich Jackson called timeout before the shot.
I don't know.
That's what the official by her said. I mean, she's called timeout on an offensive possession before the shot, and so I'm not sure. I heard the official whistle and him yell timeout, although I'm not sure if they gave it to her or not.
Looks like they're waving it off now. Well, they took the 2 points off the board. I don't know. Turned over, Gonzalez. Kicks it out to Herring, who splashes a three. .238 to go here in this one. Lost River hitting some nice shots here in the final minutes. Gonzalez feeds Ayala, who sends it too high off the glass, and it's a foul on the rebound. CHILOQUIN ball. Weezer. CC Weezer. Guarded tightly. Throws it to right. Right. Underneath. Comes out to Layla Weezer. Do I even need to say it? Easy money for Layla Weezer. Holster. Gonzalez. A minute and a half to go. This is Hernandez. Now Gonzalez throwing it up and missing. It will stay with Lost River as CHILOQUIN unable to keep the rebound in bounds. Holster throws it out to Ayala, and a foul. Two free throws coming for Julia Ayala.
And that was finally Layla Weezer's fifth foul. She played most of this quarter with 4. Finally picking up her last foul. I've got her at exiting with 33 points unofficially right now.
Ayala goes 0 for 2. Rebound sent out off of Holster. CC Weezer whips it down low. Lady Hawk right can't cash in. .30 seconds to go, clock's still running. Hernandez in the corner, Gonzalez. Bounces it to Herring. Gonzalez. Hernandez. 2 seconds to go. Last second three is wide right. And that's how we'll end it. CHILOQUIN 54, Lost River 17. A dominant performance here by the Queens. We'll be right back with final scoring. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. Don't go anywhere. It's our MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
54-17, your final score in the girls' game here of our MyBasin.com game of the week. CHILOQUIN over Lost River. Got your final scoring here for the Queens. Layla Weezer, an outstanding game, 33 points. No other CHILOQUIN player even in double digits. The next closest was her older sister, Cece Weezer, with 9. Michaela Jane and Naima Head each had 4. And Lady Hawk Wright and Talios Ochoa each had 2. For Lost River, it was Amaris Hernandez, the freshman, leading the way with 6 points. Betty Kay Overcash and Macy Thompson each putting in 4. And Morgan Herring scoring 3. Not a whole lot to say about this one. Just a complete domination start to finish for CHILOQUIN.
Yeah, they led from the jump, and they just held on all the way through. Again, it was a lot of turnovers for Lost River. Was one of the things we mentioned in the pregame. They cleaned it up a little bit in the second half, but a little bit too little too late for the Raiders, and they fall in this one.
All right, since there isn't much to say about this one other than that, we're going to go ahead and step aside, get ready for the boys' game, which is coming up in less than 5 minutes. You can keep watching on this stream, or if you need to be in the car, you can turn the radio to KAGO. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. It's our MyBasin.com game of the week.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at CalOR the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And a very pleasant good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Tonight, coming to you live from the Big Gym in CHILOQUIN, Oregon, as the Panthers get set to host the Lost River Raiders. Pleasure to be with you. My name is Josh Eldridge. Along with me is Matt Bowling. This is the nightcap of our doubleheader tonight on MyBasin.com. The Lost River girls falling to CHILOQUIN, just a few short minutes ago, and it was pretty much CHILOQUIN's game all throughout. You kind of maybe expect the same sort of thing for Lost River coming into this game, although here at home, this CHILOQUIN crowd has been raucous so far, and Lost River's played a handful of good games, but maybe not so in an environment like this. So should be a good time getting forward as we take just a quick look now at the standings before we start with starting lineups right now. Lost River second in the conference. They've only got that one loss behind Trinity Lutheran, who's 7-0. Cross Point Christian is 6-1, so is CHILOQUIN as well. 6-3. Bonanza is 5-1. North Lake and Paisley 3-3. Then you got Prospect Charter, Rogue Valley Adventist, Central Christian, and Gilchrist rounding out the pack in the Mountain Valley League. And it looks like it's about time to meet our starters. First for the Lost River Raiders. Well, maybe we might have a moment for the anthem first. All right, here we go with the starters for Lost River. Number 32, Marcus Hescock. Number 4, Austin Earl. Isaiah Reynolds, number 21, a senior. And senior number 5, Horseman Weezer. And wearing number 23, rounding out the starting 5 is Micah Hescock. And for Lost River, it's the same boys we saw a few nights ago at Bonanza. Tate Freeman, also Juan Navarro, Chase McAuliffe, Connor Dunley, and Caden Hartman, your starting 5 for the Lost River Raiders, who are coached by Brad Johnson. CHILOQUIN coached by James Janey.
I want to note here, Josh, we talk about multi-sport athletes. You see a lot of that at this level.
Yep.
8 of 12 players on this CHILOQUIN roster were also on the football team. That number is 6 of 10 for Lost River. When you get a bunch of football guys hooping, you can usually expect a physical game.
Lost River controls the opening tip. It's O'Brien who raced the ball up floor but turned it over, trying to get the pass off to Navarro. Here come the Panthers as they go from left to right. Stepping into a quick triple on the other side and a miss. I believe that was Weezer taking that shot and miss, but CHILOQUIN recollects. Here's Hescock, top of the key, takes a triple, back iron, no good. And it's Navarro who cleans up the glass. Lost River tonight in their road black uniforms. Lost River written across their chest in yellow. They also got yellow trim on the shorts. CHILOQUIN tonight in their home white uniforms with CHILOQUIN written across the chest in powder blue. Here's the Raiders. Pass goes into the far corner for Hartman. For 3, it's good. And the Raiders strike first off a triple from Caden Hartman. Here come the Panthers. Pass goes over to Weezer. He's on the left wing. Trying to dribble inside into the paint. Finds a lane high off the glass, and Weezer does it himself. It's now 3-2 Lost River in front of CHILOQUIN. Here's Dunley into the front court for Lost River. Fires it over to Navarro, finding Freeman in the far corner. Freeman lofts it cross court to Dunley. Dunley thought about it, tosses it inside to O'Brien, high off the glass. And Emmett O'Brien finishing there on a layup. It's now 5-2 Lost River. Panthers have it now on the near side. Driving inside is Earl to the cup, and it's good. And pardon me, no Chase McAuliffe in the starting lineup tonight for Lost River, was actually replaced by Hartman. And so there's Tate Freeman with the missed layup on the inside. The 5 on the floor actually for Lost River's O'Brien, Navarro, Freeman, Dunley, and Hartman. Score right now, 5-4, Lost River. It's Weezer with it, driving inside, gets touched on his way to the rim. I believe this is going to be a foul on Navarro for the push, and the Panthers will inbound.
Chase Hartman is a big piece of this Lost River lineup. Great physical presence down low. He can dunk too. I'm sad we won't get to see that tonight.
Here's Hescock with it on the right side. Mid-range jumper, front iron no good, and Hartman collects the grass. Shoving to the front court to Dunley, takes it himself, reverse layup's no good, and the rebound collected by Micah Hescock. He's going to be bringing the one up the floor for CHILOQUIN. Stops, top of the key, gets rid of it over to Earl for three. Pardon me, that was Weezer for three. Either way, it's offline. And Lost River collects. Hartman shoves it ahead to Freeman, but too much on the pass. It goes out of bounds. Score remains 5-4 Lost River, 5:39 to go in the first quarter. Last season, these two teams played twice. It was a pair of wins for Lost River, 55-34, 59-27. Over the last 4 years, Lost River is 4-0. As a matter of fact, the Raiders only joining the Mountain Valley League. This is their second season in the conference, so this has only become a conference matchup in the last couple of years. It looks like we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 5-4 Lost River, 5.5 to go in the first. This is the MyBasin.com game.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Welcome back to the MyBasin.com game of the week. 11:50, 92.9 KAGO. Lost River in front, 5-4 over CHILOQUIN. The Panthers have it. Triple shot at and made by Micah Hescock. His first made triple of the game so far. 7-5 CHILOQUIN. Here's Chase Dunley for Lost River. Kicking it near side to Navarro, into the corner to O'Brien. Top of the key to Hartman. Trying to find it down low to Freeman. Kicks it outside to Dunley on the right wing. Dunley driving inside. Right hand floater, good for Dunley. His first points of the evening. Tied up at 7, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's CHILOQUIN. That was Earl passing it outside to Weezer. Weezer terminates the dribble on the right wing, dishes it outside to Hescock. Top of the key, dishing it over now to Miller, who's checked into the game for CHILOQUIN. Hescock on the right elbow, loses it. Now here's Freeman shoving it ahead to Hardman. Hardman into the near corner to Dunley. Cross-court pass to Navarro, had some room, but travels, thinking about taking a shot and steps. A turnover for the Raiders. We're still tied at 7. 4:36 to go in the first. Here's Hescock. Top of the key against Hardman. Takes it, driving the right lane, outside to Earl. Right-hand floater, off the glass, it's in for Earl. 4 points for him. Gives his team a lead, 9-7, 4:19 to go in the first. CHILOQUIN in front of Lost River. Pass goes over to Navarro, trying to find Hartman, but an errant pass over and back, and a turnover. And the Panthers take over.
Tell you what, Josh, this is CHILOQUIN's 4th game in 5 days. They hosted 3 in a row from Thursday to Saturday. No signs of fatigue, though, so far.
Triple shot at and missed from Miller. And in this conference, you play a lot of games in not so many nights. I mean, for CHILOQUIN, this week at least, they're playing 4 times in the next 6 days. And so a lot of basketball ahead for them. Inbound pass goes down low to Bo Sanders. Kicks it out to Dunley. Top of the key to O'Brien for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound battled for and won by Hartman. Lost River still with it. Pass goes down low to Freeman. The shot blocked by Reynolds. Out of bounds it goes, and Lost River should maintain possession, but Reynolds blocking that shot from behind, the senior, with an athletic play there.
Great block by Reynolds.
Quick pass to Dunley for 3, too strong, and the rebound collected by CHILOQUIN. Here's Hescock dancing around the perimeter. Kicks it out to Earl. Earl beyond the arc, a triple, too strong. And the rebound battled for by Miller. He collects the putback offline, and now Lost River with the rebound. It was O'Brien controlling the glass, and here's Dunley with it on the far side. Top of the key now to O'Brien. O'Brien to Hartman in the near side. Hartman, ball high above his head, finds Sanders in the near corner, lofting it back to Dunley. Dunley now on the left wing, puts it on the deck, fires one across the court to Hartman for three, no good. Rebound is won by Sanders, steps to the rim, falling backwards, no good. And it's Hescock with the rebound. Brings it up for CHILOQUIN, and I believe he's going to be called for a carry. So Lost River takes it with 2:48 to go in the first quarter, and CHILOQUIN leads 9-7. Here's Hartman now for the Raiders. Back to Dunley. Now Hartman again. Hartman puts it on the deck, steps, gets it to Freeman on the left elbow. One step inside the free throw line. Hartman is good. Or pardon me, that was Freeman on the shot. Ties this thing up at 9. 2.5 to go in the first. Triple taken by Hescock. It's good. That's his second made from distance and gives CHILOQUIN back the lead. On the other side, it's Dunley who races up the floor and scores. 12-11. 2:11 to go in the first, and CHILOQUIN in front. Hescock with it, top of the key, left alone for a moment, but picked up by Freeman. Steps back, gets rid of it, top of the key to Earl. Earl guarded by O'Brien into a triple, left short. Sanders tries to save it from going out of bounds, but will step on the baseline. In front of the stage here at the big gym, it's where I believe to be the CHILOQUIN student section, but it looks like we've got kind of everybody from CHILOQUIN Junior High School over there from grades K through 12. Nice student section on that stage. Here's CHILOQUIN to inbound. Getting it to Weiser. Weiser out beyond the arc. Terminates the dribble, gets it to Hescock. Takes a screen, going left into a three. Good. 9 points for him and a 4-point advantage for CHILOQUIN. Lost River tries to find an answer. Here's Hartman with it. Driving inside. Kind of trapped in the near corner. Gets rid of it, top of the key to Dunley. Fires it down low to Sanders. Again, blocked by Reynolds down low.
Reynolds has just been in great position on both of his blocks.
Hartman gets rid of it, top of the key to O'Brien. Now Dunley. Back to Hartman. Tries to fire it down low to Sanders. Too quick of a pass. Sanders wasn't ready. Out of bounds it goes. CHILOQUIN takes over 15-11. The Panthers in front of the Raiders. 1:17 to go in the first. Here's Hescock into the front court for CHILOQUIN. Passing it near side to Earl. Earl brings it near. Now Reynolds at the free throw line. Back outside to Earl. Takes it right, trying to loft it down low to Reynolds, but it's picked away by Dunley. Dunley into the front court. Brings it along the right side. Gets it to Freeman at the free throw line. Underhand dish to O'Brien. Mid-range jumper no good. Freeman skies for the rebound. Gets it down low to Sanders. Open look is good for Bo Sanders, the junior's first points tonight. Trims the lead to 2. 15-13, CHILOQUIN in front. 38 seconds to go in the first. Here's Hescock. Denies the screen, moves right, guarded by Hartman. Hescock this time takes a screen, left alone. It's wide left, the triple, and rebound collected by CHILOQUIN, but I think it was stepping out of bounds there. That's Marquez Hescock. Micah Hescock's been the one draining triples. Both of them on the floor for CHILOQUIN as Lost River an opportunity potentially to tie or take the lead here at the end of the first. They trail by 2 and the shot clock is off. Here's Hartman trapped in the corner. Gets rid of it to Dunley. Dunley fires it down low to Sanders on the right block, and he's going to travel.
10 seconds left in the first quarter. CHILOQUIN's got some time here to set up a shot.
Hescock steps right into a long triple, no good, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. 15-13, the Panthers lead the Raiders. This is the MyBasin.com Geek on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
As we start the second quarter, it's the CHILOQUIN Panthers in front of Lost River. 15-13, and the Panthers start with the ball. Here's Hescock bringing it around the near side. Guarded by Sanders. Loses it for a moment, but recollects. Dishes it outside to Earl. Earl down low to Reynolds. The shot blocked by Freeman, climbing the ladder to reject the shot. Now here come the Raiders into the front court. O'Brien with the shot. A high layup is in.
Wow. Great sequence to start the second quarter for Lost River.
Ties this thing up at 15. 7.5 to go in the second. Here's CHILOQUIN. Far side now to Hescock. He's got on the left wing. Brings it around top of the key. Dishes it over to Earl. Earl back outside to Hescock. Screen and go. Hescock driving to the rim. Another block, that time by Emmett O'Brien. In on the defensive action. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Raiders. So CHILOQUIN an opportunity with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hescock to inbound. Gets rid of it. Top of the key to Earl. Earl back to Hescock on the right wing. Takes a screen going left into a triple. Good. 12 points all on made threes for Micah Hescock. His team leads by 3, 18-15. 6:56 to go in the second. Down low to Sanders on the left block. Gets it outside to Hartman. Now to Dunley on the far side. Dunley tries to find O'Brien cutting to the rim, but too high of a pass and a turnover. CHILOQUIN takes over. Here are the screams from the CHILOQUIN student section right behind the basket that they're moving towards right now. Here's Hescock. Screen moving right. Back pass to Earl. Earl hands it back off to Hescock, still beyond the arc. Knifes it between his legs, moving left, getting around Dunley. Step back, pump fake, dishing it down low to Hescock, cutting to the rim. The foul, the bucket falls off the rim. But Marquez Hescock heading to the line for a pair. Beneficiary of a good pass that led to a foul.
Well, that pass alone should indicate that they are brothers, because that is the kind of pass that you've done so many times in the driveway.
First free throw, good. There's the first free throws for either team, and it comes with 6:21 to go in the second quarter. Looks like some subs in for CHILOQUIN. Manny Ochoa checking in for Austin Earl. Second free throw on the way from Hescock. That one rattles in. Did we have
they're going to wave it off. Lane violation.
Is the back official who made that call for the lane violation. And so no good on the free throw. Score remains 19-15. 6:21 to go in the second quarter. And here come the Raiders. It's Hartman bringing it into the front court for Lost River. Over to O'Brien, now back top of the key to Hartman. Lofting it far side to Dunley. Thought about a three. Back to Hartman. Lost River tries to find a way to penetrate CHILOQUIN's zone. They do so with Sanders off the glass. The shot no good. Freeman for the putback. That's offline. And CHILOQUIN this time grabs the rebound. Racing into the front court. Taking a three is Ochoa. No good. Manny Ochoa, a sophomore. swinging from JV after playing a couple of quarters in a 63-61 victory for CHILOQUIN's JV team earlier today. On the other side, here's Lost River. Sanders with the shot again, denied by Reynolds. 19-15, CHILOQUIN still in front, 5.5 to go in the second. There's the shot by Ochoa, offline, and Lost River takes it now. Hartman into the front court, dribbles onto the right wing, gets it to Dunley, left alone, top of the key, three, it's good. Makes this a 1-point game, 19-18, 5:16 to go in the second quarter. Here's Hescock, moves left, brings it back out beyond the arc, guarded by Hartman. Takes a screen, moving right, long two, good. Foot was on the line, and so it's not a triple, but another good make there by Micah Hescock extends the lead to 4.
Well, they have credited it as a 3 on the scoreboard. Now they fixed it.
That's the inside, Sanders, good. 21-20, 4:48 to go in the second quarter. CHILOQUIN in front of Lost River. Hescock again, he shot the ball well, takes a screen going left, picked up by Freeman, dribbles into the corner, fields a double team, gets rid of it over to Weezer for a triple. Back up to a 4-point game, pass down low to Freeman, kicked out to Hartman, to O'Brien, top of the key, triple to answer, no good. And Ochoa with the rebound. 24-20, 4:17 to go in the second quarter. CHILOQUIN in front. Hescock bouncing it near side to Weezer. Weezer dribbling inside, gets it to Hescock, cutting to the rim, terminates the dribble in the paint, tied up, and a whistle. This is going to be a foul, and I believe against the Raiders. I think they're charging this one to Dunley, that's his first. And we've got time. 24-20, 4:06 to go in the second quarter. CHILOQUIN leading Lost River. This is the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Back with you from CHILOQUIN, Oregon. The MyBasin.com Game of the Week brings us to the Big Gym, just a stone's throw away from the Williamson River, and about 30 minutes north of downtown Klamath Falls. Right now, 24-20, CHILOQUIN leads Lost River. And the Panthers will also start with the basketball. And here we go. Bounce pass inside to Weezer. Reverse layup is good. Quick on the inbound. And now a 6-point advantage for CHILOQUIN. Here's Dunley for Lost River. It's over to Freeman. Top of the key now to Hartman. Near side to Dunley. Dunley has to back up. Gets rid of it to Navarro for 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound batted out, collected by Dunley. Cutting to the rim. Off the glass, no good. And Freeman good for the rebound and the putback. It's back down to a 4-point game. 26-22. 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Here's Hescock. Against Hartman, gets rid of it to Weezer. Weezer bouncing it to Hescock, driving the left lane. Underhand shovel pass to Reynolds. His layup left short. Lost River collects the rebound, but turn it over on the pass, moving up the floor. Panthers take over.
That was a really nice pass by Hescock underneath. Reynolds couldn't cash in, but he's had a couple dimes tonight.
Yeah, he's a great offensive player. This is the first time we've seen CHILOQUIN this year on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. But a lot has been said about both of these boys and girls teams. Glad that we finally get to take a look at them here tonight. Here's Hescock, top of the key. Getting rid of it to Ochoa, bringing it around the horn, guarded by O'Brien. Bouncing it down low to Weezer. Weezer, a nice feed down to Reynolds, and that time Reynolds true from underneath the cup. Here comes Lost River. It's Dunley on the left wing. Passing it over to Hartman, finds its way to Navarro, into the corner to Freeman. Freeman guarded by Reynolds. Lofts it across the court to Hartman. Now to Navarro. Head fakes a midi. Down low to O'Brien. Gets it to Freeman. Close to the rim. Around the cup it goes and it falls. Good interior passing by Lost River. Leads to a bucket for Tate Freeman, rather. It's 28-24. 2.5 to go in the third. Here's Ochoa on the right wing. Into a long triple. No good. Rebound is snagged by Emmett O'Brien. Shoves it ahead to Hartman. Rifles one in the front court to Freeman for the layup. It's there. 28-26. Lost River on a bit of a run, trying to get back into this game as we cross the 2-minute mark to go in the first half. Here's Hescock dribbling it right. Terminates the dribble. Mid-range from the right side, no good. And O'Brien again there for the rebound. Gets it ahead to Dunley. Dunley here on the left side, bouncing it over to Freeman on the right block, outside to Hartman. Dunley, top of the key, whips it to Navarro. Now into the near corner to O'Brien. Back top of the key to Dunley. Hartman finds Freeman, cutting to the rim, takes a body, gets the shot, no bucket, but a foul. Eight points so far for Freeman, and he's heading to the line. This is the first free throws of the game so far for Lost River. And a fine time to remind you that today's broadcast is brought to you by Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty. Little things can add up to big bills when you're buying, selling, or owning a home, and that's why Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty's exclusive beyond the sale guarantees protect buyers, sellers, and homeowners from unexpected repair bills. To learn more, call Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty today. First free throw no good from Freeman, but he has earned a second. Substitution coming in for CHILOQUIN. Austin Earl back in, and out goes Isaiah Reynolds. So the 5 on the floor for them. Looks like it's Danny Black, Manny Ochoa, Micah Hescock, Horseman Weezer. As second free throw is good. It's a 1-point game. 28-27, 90 seconds remaining in the first half. Bounce down low, intended for Ochoa, taken away by Freeman. Here come the Raiders. Pass to O'Brien, steps to the rim, off the glass, no good. Rebound batted out, but collected by CHILOQUIN. Here comes Hescock. Pass it to the front court to Ochoa. Back to Hescock at half court. Now between the circles, driving right between his legs, moves left into a triple. High bounce off the rim and out of bounds as it hit the chain, suspending the backboard. And so Lost River will take over with 1:02 left to go in the second quarter, trailing by 1. Here's Hartman. Hartman fires it near corner to Navarro, over to O'Brien. O'Brien tries to get it top of the key to Dunley, picked away by Weezer. Weezer against Dunley to the bucket, passes it outside to Hescock, and CHILOQUIN resets. Getting it to Black. Black bouncing it outside to Earl for a triple, bang it home. Pass it to the front court to Freeman with the answer. It's off. 31-27. And CHILOQUIN now moving it up floor. Shot clock is off. 30 seconds remaining in the first half. They have the lead. Hescock guarded by Hartman. Getting it to Ochoa. Ochoa finding Earl, cutting to the rim, loses the handle on it. Ball rolls out to Black. Outside to Earl in the near corner. Earl trying to dribble out of a telephone box, but just loses it. 10 seconds remaining in the half. Lost River a chance at a quick look. Here's Dunley into the front court, gets it near side to Hartman, to Freeman. 6 seconds now on the baseline, getting it to O'Brien. Shot high off the glass, rims out, and that will bring us to the end of the first half. CHILOQUIN leads 31-27. We'll be back with a few halftime stats as well as a look ahead to what we've got on .com tomorrow. Game of the week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between. We keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Glad to be back with you on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150, 92.9 KAGO. Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling with you from CHILOQUIN, Oregon, inside the big gym. And we've had a good game so far as CHILOQUIN leads Lost River 31-27 in that first half. It was Micah Hescock with 14 points leading the way for his Panthers, 12 of those on 4 made triples. Also for CHILOQUIN, 7 points from Horseman Weezer. Also 7 from Austin Earl, 2 points from Isaiah Reynolds, and 1 from Marquez Hescock on a made free throw. For Lost River, 9 points from Tate Freeman, 7 from Connor Dunley, 4 from each Bo Sanders and Emmett O'Brien, and 3 from Caden Hartman. It's been back and forth. Lost River's gotten close a couple of times, taken a lead, but CHILOQUIN has kind of had an answer for most of this first half.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, CHILOQUIN trying to pull off what would be a pretty sizable upset. Panthers ranked number 28 in 4A. If you go by the computer rankings, Lost River number 9. And they've got the ingredients. I mean, they've taken care of the ball fairly well. They've rebounded really well. Haven't given Lost River a lot of second chance opportunities. Their shots have been falling. Playing pretty good defense. And they've got a pretty good crowd behind them. So, not to mention the fact that Lost River missing a key player in Chase McAuliffe. Definitely all the ingredients for an upset are present.
Still a few minutes left at halftime. We're going to take another break on the halftime report, and when we come back, we'll talk about what we expect to see tomorrow on MyBasin.com. But at halftime here in CHILOQUIN, it's 31-27. We'll be back on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable?
Welcome back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150, 92.9 KAGO. Score here in CHILOQUIN, 31-27. The Panthers in front of the Raiders, and we'll be back with another broadcast tomorrow night from Henley High School as the Hornets boys and girls basketball teams look to host the Klamath Union Pelicans. It's been a highly anticipated matchup, I think, for both teams so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Skyline Conference, it's pretty clear on the girls' side that it's Henley, Klamath Union, pretty steep drop-off, and then everybody else. On the boys' side, it's kind of the opposite. There's no drop-off. There's really, it's almost even top to bottom. You get the sense that pretty much anybody can beat anybody else. And so winning each game, and especially protecting home court, is vital. It's going to be really important for Henley. They hope to repeat three-peat as champions. It's either way, two good. Well, Henley boys hoping to three-peat, Henley girls hoping to repeat, and they're both going to need to pick up that win tomorrow in order to do it, and I don't think it's going to be easy for either of them.
Well, you got a Pelicans team for the girls who feel like, they've had this game ready to go since the beginning of the year. They wanted to play Henley all season. And then you look at the KU boys, they're probably going to come into the Hornets' nest pretty upset that they lost to Mazama on their home floor earlier in the season. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, I think, tomorrow night.
No doubt about it. We really look forward to bringing you that one.
That's going to be a 6 o'clock tip-off for the Lady Hornets against the Pelicans right here on mybasin.com. And then at 7:30, the boys tip-off, still on mybasin.com if you plan on watching it. But if you would like to listen as well, that's going to be over on our sister station on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Again, tomorrow night at 7:30. Check us out on Facebook if you want to stay updated on everything going on with mybasin.com. It's your home for everything going on in the Basin, whether it's news, special events, or sports. Download the mybasin.com mobile app and be sure you're tuned in to what's going on in Basin athletics. Still a couple more minutes left to go in halftime today from CHILOQUIN. Going to take one more break, and as we get ready for the third quarter, the score 31-27. The Panthers in front of the Raiders. We'll be back on the mybasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Welcome back to the mybasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO. Josh Eldridge along with Matt Bowling tonight from CHILOQUIN, Oregon, inside the big gym as the Panthers lead the Raiders 31-27 after 16 minutes, but it'll be the Raiders who start with the basketball coming out of the third quarter. 5 on the floor for them will be Hartman, Dunley, Navarro, O'Brien, and Freeman. And for CHILOQUIN, it'll be Earl, Weiser, Reynolds, Hescock, and Hescock. All right, here we go. The Raiders starting here in the third quarter as they go from left to right. Emmett O'Brien in the near corner. Gets it to Navarro, whips it to Dunley, far side. Dunley trying to drive to the rim, takes some contact, gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Not too many free throws taken by either team. As a matter of fact, this will only be the 5th and 6th free throws taken combined between the two squads. CHILOQUIN is 1 of 2, and so is Lost River right now. And Dunley misses his first. Here's Dunley's second free throw, staring into the CHILOQUIN students. That time he sinks it. So the score 31-28, and here come the Panthers. It's Micah Hescock bringing it up the floor. Passes it near side to Earl. Earl brings it around, top of the key, finds Hescock on the right side. Between his legs, moving left. Now gets it top of the key to Hescock, but it's taken away by O'Brien. O'Brien pressured, bringing it into the front court, gets it over to Freeman, trying to find Hartman in the far corner. Tipped out of bounds by CHILOQUIN, and the Raiders maintain possession. So it'll be Hartman to inbound at the baseline. Lofting it to Freeman on the left elbow, outside to Dunley, back to Hartman in the corner. Now it's Dunley on the left wing. Gets it to Navarro, top of the key, back to Dunley. Dunley zips it to Hartman, thought about a triple down low to Freeman. And Reynolds is going to foul Freeman from behind, trying to break up the pass. And Freeman upset about the foul. His teammates trying to get him to cool down a little bit, and it looks like they have. And so Lost River takes over again with a full shot clock. There's Freeman, puts it on the deck, up with the shot, a tough finish. But Freeman's had quite a few of those so far today. That's 11 points for him, and makes it a 1-point game. Here's Hescock, top of the key, 31-30, CHILOQUIN in front. Hescock brings it right, guarded by Freeman. Freeman picks his pocket, knocks it out of bounds. Last touched by CHILOQUIN, and the Raiders take over. 6:51 to go in the third, and the Panthers lead by 1. Here's Connor Dunley. Passing it over to Hartman, fires it down low to Freeman. On the left block, outside to Navarro, into Hartman for the corner three. It's good. 6 points for Caden Hartman, a couple of made triples, and a Lost River lead. 33-31, 6.5 to go in the third quarter. There's Hescock driving all the way to the cup, and it's in. Lost River working quickly on the other end, and Connor Dunley answers with a layup. Quick buckets for these teams, and the score 35-33, Lost River leading. And a whistle. I think they're going to whistle Hartman down for blowing through a screen. And they will. So the Panthers will get to reset. 6:14 to go in the third, and a 2-point ball game. Inbound into the backcourt to Hescock. Takes the screen, gets rid of it to Weezer. Weezer, the Reynolds screen, moving left, and they're going to whistle Reynolds for the moving screen there. Was kind of leaning out his hip and gets whistled for it.
That's Reynolds' third foul. And they're going to take him out.
Checking in for him is Manny Ochoa.
Big loss for the Panthers underneath.
Here's the Raiders. It's Freeman with it in the far corner, trying to drive baseline, loses it, but O'Brien's there to recollect and put it up and in. And a timeout is going to be called. We'll take it too. The Raiders have jumped out to a 4-point advantage here in the third quarter, 37-33. This is the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150, 92.9 KAGO.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Back with you on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week, 1150, 92.9 KAGO. And Lost River's exploded here in the third quarter. They lead 37-33. And with 5:50 to go in the third, it's CHILOQUIN who starts with the basketball. Here's Hescock. Pass near side to Earl. Fakes left, goes right, gets rid of it. Top of the key to Hescock. Now to Ochoa on the left side. Ochoa drives right, now left, driving the baseline. Shot blocked by Dunley. O'Brien in there on the action as well. Here's Lost River racing up the floor. Dunley kicks it into the near corner for a Freeman triple. Rims out, no good. Rebound collected by Lost River. An athletic save by O'Brien. The ball finds its way to Navarro. Now to Dunley at half court. Zipping it down low to Freeman. Pump fakes, up with the shot, no good. O'Brien there for the putback. Hard work on the glass for Emmett O'Brien. Pays off in a 2-point bucket. His team now up by 6, 39-33, with 5 minutes to go in the third. Here's Micah Hescock driving the right side, loses the dribble, kicks it out of bounds. Lost River takes control as their bench and a small group of fans on the right side of your screen erupts with applause.
I'll tell you what, Lost River has looked like a completely different team this half. I think CHILOQUIN's just getting a little overwhelmed.
Here are the Raiders with it. It's Hartman in the far corner. Now to Dunley. Dunley zips it down low to Freeman. Tough finish at the cup. It's good for Tate Freeman. 13 points for him and his team leading now by 9. 41-33. Hartman leading by 8. A triple response by Hescock. It's in. His first made triple here of the third quarter. And Lost River trying to push it the other way. Here's Tate Freeman going to the rim. Misses the first, follows it with his own rebound and a putback. 43-36, Lost River in front, 4:15 to go in the third. Hescock with it now, top of the key, dishing it over to Marquez Hescock. Finds Weezer cutting to the rim, mid-range shot offline. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Hartman. And so the Panthers will maintain possession, 19 seconds on the shot clock.
They're definitely missing Isaiah Reynolds underneath. Struggling a bit there on both ends now.
All right, here's Weezer with it on the left block. Tries to finish through Dunley and an athletic finish. And a bucket, 9 points for Weezer and a 5-point game. Here's Hartman, gets it to Dunley on the right wing. Dunley fires it back to Hartman, into Navarro in the far corner, and CHILOQUIN picks it away. Pass into the front court to Ochoa. Ochoa on the near side. Guarded by O'Brien. Underhand pass to Hescock. Driving baseline. Mid-range shot. A friendly bounce around the rim and it drops for Micah Hescock. 43-40. 3.5 to go in the third. Lost River leading CHILOQUIN. And a timeout is called by Coach Johnson. We'll stay here for this timeout with 3:23 to go in the third. 43-40. And, Matt, just as you said, Lost Rivers looked like a completely different team. CHILOQUIN seemed to wake up right about then, too.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about what I just said about them struggling in the paint without Isaiah Reynolds. Well, they were, but right then and there, they just kind of flipped a switch. Really nice bucket by Horseman Weezer. And then on the other side there, just a great pull-up by Hescock, finding ways to get those shots to drop on the offensive end without necessarily pounding it down low. CHILOQUIN, really nice response when Lost River was really trying to come out and run away with this game.
Yeah, Lost River led by 8 earlier this quarter. That lead trimmed down to 3. And the Raiders will start with possession as we come out of the break. Hartman to inbound into the front court. Gets it to Dunley in the far corner. Dunley with the ball high above his head, lofting it near side to O'Brien. Gets it to Freeman. Freeman gets the defense to jump, driving to the rim, banks it off the glass. Freeman is so good from close range. Here's CHILOQUIN, and the response, a triple left short by Horseman Weezer. And held ball underneath, and the Panthers are going to hold on to this one. 45-40, 3 minutes to go in the third. And Lost River leading CHILOQUIN. Here's Hescock to inbound. Gets it to Marquez Hescock, to Ochoa now on the near side. Ochoa gets it back to Hescock in the near corner. Takes a screen, moving right, picked up by Dunley. Brings it around between the circles now. Trying to confuse the Lost River defense. Takes it around the horn, inside, and scores.
Wow. He's just literally running circles around the defense on that possession.
On the other end, you can hear the disdain from the CHILOQUIN faithful, and a blocking foul was called against Horseman Weezer. So Lost River will inbound here at the baseline. Are they saying that was on the shot?
Free throws.
Yeah, so that was on the shot. It's only CHILOQUIN's 4th team foul as Hartman drains the first. Second free throw left short. Sanders went up for the rebound, but a whistle underneath. This one is going against the Raiders. Let's see who they get for this one.
I think it was Sanders.
Yeah, Bo Sanders picked up his second. 46-42, 2:36 to go in the third. CHILOQUIN trailing Lost River, but they have possession. Here's Horseman Weezer. Driving inside the paint, bounces it outside, but a whistle before the shot. It looks like it's another foul for Lost River. I think they might have got Sanders again. Yeah, they did. Inbound pass is stolen by Sanders. Lofts it ahead to Freeman. Freeman racing into the front court, fires one across the floor to Dunley. Dunley dribbling inside the paint, left block jumper, no good. Sanders with the rebound, bounces it down low to Freeman, and another bank shot for Tate. He's been automatic doing that shot tonight. 48-42. And Lost River in front with 2 minutes to go in the third. Here's Ochoa, well beyond the arc. Guarded loosely by O'Brien, dribbles it back out, now trying to take it left. Underhand dish to Hescock, takes a screen going right, now back left. Hescock takes it between the circles, knifes it between his legs, moving right, trying to find some room beyond the perimeter, and recollects a loose ball, and a foul committed by Dunley trying to collect the loose ball. Panthers with possession, they'll inbound it in front of their own bench. All right, here we go. Hescock firing it ahead to Ochoa. Ochoa driving left. Now on the left block. Gets it outside to Weezer. Loses it for a moment, but recollects. Weezer over to Hescock. About half court at the Panther logo. Takes a screen right. Trying to lose the defender. Driving right down Main Street and loses the dribble. O'Brien picks up the loose ball. He's going to take it himself. Off the glass, no good. Sanders with the rebound, but he loses it. Gets it outside to CHILOQUIN. Now here's Weezer. Weezer is going to travel, trying to find a player to get the pass to. And a turnover will give Lost River possession. They lead by 6 with 1:07 to go in the third. And Connor Dunley heading to the bench for Lost River. I believe it's Juan Navarro who checks in his place. And it'll be Caden Hartman bringing it up the floor. Hartman kicks it near side to O'Brien. Top of the key to Navarro. Navarro now to O'Brien, trying to get it down low to Sanders on the right block. Fields a double team over to Freeman. He's got a double team of his own to contend with. Puts it on the deck, up with the shot. It's left short. Freeman with the rebound. The putback is again offline. How about a third chance for Freeman? He's fouled.
CHILOQUIN is having such a hard time matching up with Tate Freeman underneath. And Lost River knows that. They're looking to him there on almost every possession. That time it earned him a trip to the free throw line.
He's got 19 points. He misses that free throw there, but pretty much all of his points have come right underneath the rim. Second free throw from Freeman is good. And so the score 49-42, 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. CHILOQUIN trailing Lost River. Here's Hescock, screen left. Trying to drive inside, splits up the defense. Left-handed lay is in for Hescock. Now Lost River moving it up the floor. Here's Freeman on the right block, spins around the defender. Bank is in for Freeman.
Man, that was a tough shot. Could have easily been an and one.
Hescock into a triple. Good! Can Lost River answer to close the third quarter? They're up by 4. Pass over to O'Brien, to Navarro, lofting it down low to Freeman. 5 seconds on the clock. Freeman trapped, loses the ball out of bounds. It's CHILOQUIN's ball with 2 seconds to go in the third. Navarro going to dribble this one out, not going to get a shot off in the third. And so we'll head to the fourth quarter. An electric atmosphere here in CHILOQUIN, but the Panthers trail for 47. We'll be back on the MyBasin.com week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Right into the action in the fourth quarter as Connor Dunley drives to the hoop and scores to begin the fourth. Now the score 53-47. Lost River in front of CHILOQUIN in the MyBasin.com game of the week. And on the other side, it's going to be Austin Earl who travels with the basketball and a turnover. See Reynolds check back in for CHILOQUIN. He's playing with 3 fouls. Missed the majority of that third quarter where Lost River was able to build this lead. Dunley zipping it far side to Hartman. A triple hits the side of the backboard and CHILOQUIN with the rebound. Here's Micah Hescock to bring it into the front court. Shoves it ahead to Weezer. Weezer driving inside. Fadeaway jumper inside the paint is no good. And Lost River with the rebound. Shoving it ahead to Dunley. Brings it along the near side. Dunley, top of the key to Hartman. Far side to O'Brien. Gets it to Freeman on the left block. Fielding a double team. Outside to O'Brien. Now Hartman, top of the key. Hartman lofting it into the corner to Dunley. Dunley driving the right baseline. Dumps it down low to Freeman. Up with the shot. It's in. A beautiful find by Dunley and a better finish from Freeman. Score 55-47. Lost River in front. Hescock beyond the arc trying to answer with a triple. He does. Wow, he is deadly from range. 55-50. Lost River leads CHILOQUIN. 6.5 to go in the fourth. Dunley moving right, bouncing it down low to Sanders. Open lane, too strong on the layup. Freeman with the rebound and again rejected by Reynolds. CHILOQUIN running the other side of the floor. Dunley with a block on the defensive end. Now here's Lost River. Dunley brings it along the far side of the floor. Connor racing to the cup. Around layup offline. Loose ball collected by CHILOQUIN. And they travel. I believe that was Weezer. Oh, pardon me, that was Hescock who came down with the rebound and fell down, traveled. And Lost River to inbound at the baseline underneath the bucket. Lofting it high to Freeman, goes up with the shot. Bank shot offline, Sanders with the rebound, tries to go up with it. Knocked away, Sanders now in the near corner. Trying to get rid of it, guarded by Hescock, fires it top of the key to Dunley. Dunley dribbling between 2 defenders, racing to the rim. His pockets picked the turnover. Here comes CHILOQUIN. They trail by 5 with 5:52 to go in the ball game. Here's Micah Hescock. Does he have any more in him? Hescock takes a screen going left. Now driving the right side. Terminates the dribble. Gets it off to Weezer. Free throw line jumper, no good. And Emmett O'Brien with the rebound. He is hassled by a few different Panthers trying to come down with it, and a foul is called against CHILOQUIN. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Lost River leading 55-50 with 5:06 to go in the fourth quarter. It's the MyBasin.com game of the week on 1150 and 92.9 KAGO.
All I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face. I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The score 55-50 as we welcome those of you who are watching on MyBasin.com back. The Raiders start with the ball, and here's Hartman getting it to O'Brien, top of the key, back to Hartman in the near corner. Hartman getting it top of the key to Dunley. Dunley got it half court. Gets it over to O'Brien. Now in the far corner to Freeman. Freeman to Sanders on the left elbow, driving inside. His shot is good, driving to the rim for Bo Sanders. 57-50. Here comes CHILOQUIN and Micah Hescock. Tries to loft one down to Reynolds. The pass too tall and a turnover. Battle for the ball underneath in the paint. Dunley breaks away from the defense. Racing up the floor, bouncing it down low to Freeman. Taking some contact, and Tate Freeman again from close range. Makes it a 9-point game. That's Lost River's biggest lead of the night so far. 59-50, 4:40 to go in the ball game. Here's Hescock, dishing it outside to Weezer. Weezer head fakes, driving inside. The layup too strong, and Freeman with the rebound. Here's O'Brien. O'Brien driving inside. One step inside the free throw line, outside to Dunley. Dunley back top of the key to O'Brien, now far side to Hartman. Gets it into the corner to Sanders. Sanders back over top to Dunley. Dunley trying to direct a little bit of traffic. Gets Freeman where he wants him on the left block. Sanders cutting to the rim. His layup's no good, but a foul. That should send Sanders to the line for two.
I was watching on the live stream and being able to get a good look at Bo Sanders. Probably won't be surprised to learn that he was a starting O-line and defensive end for the Lost River football team. He's been another tough matchup in the paint.
Couple of made free throws for Sanders. Makes this an 11-point ball game. 61-50, 4:10 to go in the ball game. And the game clock hasn't started yet. Still 4:10 to go. Is anybody going to notice? Here we go. We've started now. CHILOQUIN just bought themselves 6 extra seconds. See if they put it to use. Here's Hescock. Fadeaway jumper off the glass. No good. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touched by Lost River. Out goes Sanders. In comes Juan Navarro. And the original starting five out there for Lost River of Navarro, Freeman, Dunley, Hartman, and O'Brien. Here's Weezer. Weezer between his legs, terminates the dribble, kicks it to Ochoa, well beyond the arc. Ochoa thought about a triple, steps back beyond the arc once more, gets it to Weezer, top of the key. Lost River playing a bit of zone here. Underhand pass to Hescock, driving along the right side, gets to the baseline, kicks it back outside. A triple shot at and made by Horseman Weezer. 61-53, 3.5 to go in the fourth. Here's Dunley. Dunley getting it down low, but a whistle. And I think we're going to have time called by Coach Brad Johnson. 61-53, Lost River in front, back in 30 on the MyBasin.com of the week on 1150 and AGO.
Introducing Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Back with you in the MyBasin.com game of the week on 1150, 92.9 KAGO. And right now the Raiders in front of CHILOQUIN 61-53, and they've got the ball. Here's Freeman. Jumper good, and the foul. And Tate Freeman has been so good tonight from close to the rim, that time breaking out a little turnaround jumper for the bucket and the foul. Chance to put the lead back up to 11, and they can't do it, but O'Brien with the rebound. Kicks it outside to Hartman, over to Navarro, down low to Freeman again. Out to Navarro, now to Dunley, into a triple for Dunley. It's too strong. Out of bounds it goes, and CHILOQUIN gets the ball back, trailing by 10 with just under 3 minutes to go in the game. Worth just a mention, perhaps. The JV boys game was in a similar spot, and CHILOQUIN came back to win that one. We'll see if some of these players have what's left in them. A turnover on the other end. Emmett O'Brien high off the glass, and a two-point bucket gives him 8 points for the night. 65-53, this is Lost River's biggest lead. Here's Hescock driving inside, kicks it outside to Ochoa. Now over to Weezer. Weezer slicing up the defense, a whistle. I think they're gonna call this one on the floor. And so CHILOQUIN will inbound with 2.5 to go in the fourth, trailing their biggest margin of the night so far at 12 points. And I think Coach Johnson's gonna call time. We'll stick with you through this break. 65-53, 2.5 to go in the fourth quarter. As a matter of fact, the rest of your coverage will be uninterrupted tonight from CHILOQUIN on the MyBasin.com game of the week on 1150, 92.9 KAGO. The second half, Lost River's really pulled ahead. We talked about Tate Freeman's contributions. He had 9 points in that first half. Now he's up over at least 22 by my count. He's had one heck of a third and fourth quarter.
Absolutely, and I think a large part of that has to do with the gap left by Isaiah Reynolds getting in foul trouble and having to check out for a while. And they just didn't, without him, I don't think CHILOQUIN really has anybody out there that can match up with him in the paint.
It's, if you're only listening tonight on 1150, 92.9 KAGO, Tate Freeman's been dominant in the paint all night, whether it's rebounding or scoring. He's not particularly a lot taller than anybody, but boy, can he jump.
Absolutely. And you know, he's just having a great night, I think. And regardless of any mismatches, his shots are falling. And he's doing a great job creating chances. And, you know, Lost River, they're looking to him almost every trip down there. They're looking to him because they know and they've seen what he's been able to do so far.
Raiders back out onto the floor with, of course, Freeman, Hartman, Navarro, Dunley, and O'Brien. For CHILOQUIN, it's Danny Black, Horseman Weezer, Marquez Hescock, and Manny Ochoa. Panthers will inbound. There's Weezer in the far corner. Hands it off to Hescock, now gets it top of the key to Ochoa. Ochoa thinking about a long triple. Back iron no good, and Dunley with the rebound. Lost River can slow it down if they like. Fires it down low to O'Brien. O'Brien is hacked on that shot. He'll be going to the line. Well, our officiating crew, credit to them tonight. They've worked multiple games this evening here in CHILOQUIN, and they certainly need some help for next season. So if you want to stay in shape and be involved in a sport you love, you can earn some money in the process. You should become an athletic official. There's a shortage of officials here in Klamath County and the entire state of Oregon. We need you now more than ever. Visit osaa.org/officials to begin your journey. One free throw good, other one offline, but Lost River collecting the loose ball. 66-53. Dunley with the layup. He's fouled. And going to the line is Connor Dunley.
Well, we mentioned earlier about how many football players were out there tonight. Connor Dunley, by far the best of them. Over 1,300 rushing yards, 600 kick return yards, 17 total touchdowns, and 10 interceptions playing defense. That was tied for the most in Oregon this season. Helped the Raiders win back-to-back state championships in the 1A 8-player division.
Has a perfect trip at the line there, 2 for 2, makes this 68-53. Hescock stepping back, gonna fire a triple. Micah Hescock, it's in! 68-56, back down to a 12-point margin. Here's Dunley at half court, bringing it up. Dunley kicks it to Hartman to the left, now to Freeman in the far corner. Freeman gets it to Navarro. Navarro dumps it down low to O'Brien, spins around against Ochoa, but Ochoa sticks a hand in the face at a turnover. Here's Hescock. Hescock driving the far side at the baseline now. Kicks it out to Ochoa. Ochoa trying to get it down low to Hescock. Ball tapped out of bounds by Hartman. And CHILOQUIN keeps possession of the basketball with 1 minute and 9 seconds to go, trailing 12. Here's Hescock to inbound. Bouncing it down low to Weezer. Weezer getting past Dunley. Reverse layup is in. What a finish by Horseman Weezer. Brings it down to a 10-point ball game. CHILOQUIN going to have to press if they want an outside shot. Bringing this game back to within single digits. Bouncing it down low to O'Brien. Spins around. Shot too high. Off the glass, but O'Brien gets his own rebound. Out to Navarro, now to Dunley. And Coach Johnson going to call time with 43 seconds to go in the ball game. And 10 points separating these squads after tonight. Of course, if Lost River holds on to this one, they'll have been undefeated against CHILOQUIN with this senior class on the floor. They're 4-0 right now. They've moved to 5-0. This has been one of the closer matchups between these two squads. Last year, Lost River won 55-34 and 59-27. CHILOQUIN has been getting kind of closer and closer each time they've played. The first time they played 4 years ago was an 80-19 blowout win for Lost River, although that was when they were playing in the 2A classification. Now Lost River's dropped down to the Mountain Valley League, and CHILOQUIN has been a league opponent now for a couple of seasons. Tonight they've looked good here on the road.
Yeah, really impressive by Lost River coming into a hostile environment, missing Chase McAuliffe, trailing at the halftime. Whatever adjustments they made in the locker room have clearly worked, despite CHILOQUIN staying in it, fighting back. Of course, the Panthers, they have made a few more mistakes, I think, in this half than they did in the first half, and good teams will punish you for those, and that's what Lost River did.
O'Brien to inbound, finds Dunley in the backcourt. Connor now into the front court. Bouncing it to Hartman. Now to O'Brien in the near corner. Gets it top of the key to Navarro. Now to Dunley. CHILOQUIN, it seems, not fouling at all. And, well, they finally get Hartman. I guess they were a little bit choosy with who they wanted to foul, but still 19 seconds ran off the game clock there before they were able to foul Hartman. Free throw from Hartman, no good. Makes him 2 for 3 on the night from the penalty stripe. And that one is good. 69-58, 26 seconds to go. Hescock racing up the floor, passing it over to Ochoa. Quick three, offline. Rebound is battled for on the right side. And I believe a held ball called. Possession arrow favors CHILOQUIN. Hescock inbounds quickly to Weezer. 14 seconds now. Step back. Weezer gets it over to Hescock for 3. Oh, good. Rebound is collected by Marquez Hescock. His shot high off the glass, no good. And that is the ball game. The Lost River Raiders enter enemy territory and take this one 69-58. We'll be back with a brief recap of this one as we saw it as we continue your coverage of the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150 to KAGO.
Sports was kind of defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Welcome back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150, 92.9 KAGO, and a final score tonight from CHILOQUIN, Oregon. It is 69-58, the final. And Lost River taking this one once more. We'll break down the leading scorers for you just real briefly. Leading the way for Lost River, 28 points from Tate Freeman tonight, 14 from Connor Dunley, 11 from Emmett O'Brien, and 8 from Caden Hartman and Bo Sanders. For CHILOQUIN, about 34 points for Micah Hescock. I mean, he had an incredible night. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 made triples. Holy cow, that is one heck of a night for Micah Hescock. 12 points for Horseman Weiser, 7 for Austin Earl, and 1 for Manny Ochoa. Your final scorers tonight as the CHILOQUIN Panthers lose 69-58. We're going to take one more break here on the post-game show, and when we come back, we'll talk to you about what we expect to see tomorrow night when we're back on MyBasin.com with Henley basketball. Details on that on the other side. This is the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150, 92.9 KAGO.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place and then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Thank you. Welcome back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 1150, 92.9 KAGO. Final score here tonight from CHILOQUIN. Lost River winning this one 69-58. We'll be back tomorrow with more high school basketball. If you want to follow us at Henley High School as the Hornets get ready to take on Klamath Union High School. Both the boys and the girls matchups are highly anticipated. The girls, well, that just might help decide the Skyline Conference tomorrow. Both of those teams ranked in the top 10 of the state. Should be a good one there. And then for the boys in the Skyline Conference, it kind of feels like anyone's league. And so a couple of Klamath Basin teams set to do battle to help decide it. Should be fun. We start tomorrow night at 6 o'clock with the Lady Hornets taking on the Lady Pels. And then at 7:30 with the boys game. That'll be on mybasin.com, and the boys over on our sister station on 1150 and, on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Appreciate you being with us tonight. I want to thank some of the folks that make tonight's broadcast possible. We'll start with the head coaches tonight for both teams. For the girls, special thanks to Tuesday Herring from Lost River and Tiffany Rich Jackson from CHILOQUIN. And here in the boys game, James Janey and Brad Johnson for helping us out with the broadcast, as well as the administrators here for CHILOQUIN High School, Valley Loner, and also Ruben Peschal for helping us get set up in their gym. Everyone pitching in to make tonight's broadcast possible. Once again, the final score tonight in the mybasin.com game of the week, 69-58. The Raiders defeat the Panthers. For my partner tonight, Matt Bowling, I'm Josh Eldridge saying good night from the Big Gym in CHILOQUIN, Oregon.